Welcome back to the English Daily Podcast. I'm Anna, and today we're talking about volcanoes and the amazing landscapes they create. Volcanoes can look frightening, but they are also powerful builders. They make islands, fertile soil, hot springs, and even new land. In this episode, we'll learn some useful English, discover how volcanoes work, and practice ways to describe natural places clearly.
And I'm Jake. I have to admit, volcanoes make me nervous. When I imagine a mountain exploding, I picture a disaster movie. But I'm curious too. Anna, what exactly is a volcano? Is it simply a mountain with a hole at the top?
That is a good starting question. A volcano is an opening in Earth's crust, the hard outer layer of our planet, through which hot rock, ash, and gases can escape. The hot, melted rock under the surface is called magma. When magma reaches the surface, we call it lava. That distinction is useful. Magma is underground, while lava is above ground. A volcano may be a tall mountain, but it can also be a small hill, a crack, or an opening beneath the ocean.
So magma becomes lava when it comes out. I can remember that. What makes the magma rise? Does it just decide to travel upward?
Not exactly, although that is a fun way to imagine it. Deep inside Earth, heat melts some rock. Magma is usually less dense than the solid rock around it, so it slowly rises, like a bubble rising through a thick liquid. Pressure can also push it toward the surface. Earth's outer shell is divided into enormous pieces called tectonic plates. Where these plates move, collide, or separate, magma often finds a path upward.
That connects volcanoes to plate tectonics. I've heard that phrase before, but I'm not sure how to use it in a sentence. Could I say, plate tectonics explains why earthquakes and volcanoes happen in many areas?
Exactly. That is a natural sentence. Plate tectonics is the scientific theory that Earth's surface is broken into moving plates. The word tectonic relates to the structure and movement of Earth's crust. A helpful phrase is tectonic activity, meaning movement or changes connected to those plates. For example, you could say, the island has frequent tectonic activity. Frequent means happening often, while occasional means happening from time to time.
Are volcanoes spread evenly around the world, or are there places where they are more common?
They are definitely not spread evenly. Many volcanoes form around the Pacific Ocean in an area called the Ring of Fire. It is not a perfect circle, but a zone with many active volcanoes and earthquakes. Volcanoes also appear where one plate moves away from another, such as along underwater ridges. Some volcanoes form above hot spots, which are unusually hot areas deep inside Earth. Hawaii is an excellent example of islands created by a hot spot.
That explains why some islands are volcanic. But when we say a volcano is active, does that mean it is erupting right now?
Not necessarily. In everyday conversation, active can mean operating now, but in geology it usually means a volcano has erupted recently or may erupt again. A dormant volcano is quiet at the moment but could become active in the future. An extinct volcano is not expected to erupt again. These words are useful beyond science, too. A dormant idea is an idea that has not been used for a while, and an extinct tradition has disappeared completely.
I like that connection between vocabulary and real life. Let's talk about eruptions. What happens during one, and why are some eruptions gentle while others are explosive?
The main factor is the magma's thickness, or viscosity. Viscosity describes how easily a liquid flows. Water has low viscosity, while honey has higher viscosity. Magma with low viscosity can flow easily, so lava may move in long, slow streams. Thick magma can trap gases. If pressure builds up inside it, the eruption may be explosive, sending ash and broken rock into the air. We can say an eruption is violent or powerful, but explosive is more precise when describing a sudden release of pressure.
Could you give us a practical English tip for describing a natural event? I often know the facts, but my sentences sound simple.
Try organizing your description with cause, process, and result. Use because for the cause, as a result for the result, and while to compare two actions. For example, because the magma contained trapped gas, pressure increased. As a result, the volcano erupted explosively, while nearby lava flowed down the slope. This pattern works for weather, technology, health, and many other subjects. It makes your explanation easier to follow.
That is very useful. Now, volcanoes can be dangerous, but you said they also build things. How can an eruption create a landscape instead of destroying one?
Every eruption adds material to the surface. When lava cools, it becomes solid rock. Layer after layer can form a cone-shaped mountain. Underwater eruptions can build seamounts, which are mountains beneath the ocean. If a seamount grows high enough to reach the surface, it can become an island. In 1963, an underwater eruption near Iceland created Surtsey, a new island that scientists could observe from its very beginning.
A brand new island sounds like a natural laboratory. What can scientists learn from a place like that?
They can watch life arrive and develop. At first, new volcanic rock looks empty, but wind and ocean currents carry tiny organisms, seeds, and insects. Some plants eventually take root. Birds may use the island as a resting or nesting place, and their presence can add nutrients to the soil. Scientists study this process, called colonization, to understand how ecosystems form. Here, colonization means the gradual arrival and establishment of living things, not a political event.
That sounds like a slow-motion story of nature. I'm also interested in volcanic soil. People often say it is fertile. Why?
Volcanic rock contains minerals that can help plants grow. Over time, rain, wind, and temperature changes break the rock into soil. When organic material, such as dead leaves, mixes with it, the soil becomes richer. Some famous farming areas near volcanoes produce coffee, grapes, bananas, and other crops. However, fertility is not automatic. Fresh lava is usually barren, meaning unable to support much life, and it may take many years before a productive ecosystem develops.
So, barren is a strong word for an empty landscape. Could we use lush as the opposite?
Yes. Lush means rich, green, and full of healthy plant life. You might say, the rainy side of the volcanic island is lush, while the new lava field is dark and barren. Another useful word is rugged. A rugged landscape is rough, uneven, and difficult to travel across. If you visit volcanic country, you might see rugged cliffs, black sand beaches, and green valleys all in one day.
Black sand beaches sound beautiful. Are they made from lava too?
Often, yes. Dark volcanic rocks can be broken into small pieces by waves and weather, forming black or gray sand. Some beaches have unusual colors because of different minerals. Volcanoes can also create calderas, which are large, bowl-shaped depressions formed when a volcano's top collapses after a major eruption. A caldera may later fill with water and become a lake, or it may contain forests, farms, or towns.
I'm learning that the landscape keeps changing long after the eruption ends. What about hot springs and geysers? Are they connected to volcanoes?
They can be. In volcanic regions, hot rock beneath the ground heats water. The heated water may rise through cracks and emerge as a hot spring. A geyser is more dramatic, it sends hot water and steam into the air at intervals. The word interval means a period of time between events. You can say, the geyser erupts at regular intervals. These places are popular with visitors, but people must follow safety rules because the water and ground can be dangerously hot.
That brings us to travel. If someone wants to visit a volcano, what practical advice would you give?
First, check official information before you go. Conditions can change quickly, and a beautiful trail may become unsafe. Stay on marked paths, keep away from restricted areas, and never touch fresh lava or enter a closed tunnel. Carry water, wear strong shoes, and protect your eyes from dust. It is also important to understand warnings. An alert is information about a possible danger. An evacuation order is a direct instruction to leave an area. Learning these terms could be important, not only for tourists but for anyone living near a volcano.
That is a good reminder that language can be practical and even save lives. Before we finish, can we talk about how communities prepare for volcanic activity?
Communities monitor volcanoes using instruments that measure earthquakes, ground movement, gas, and temperature. Small earthquakes may happen as magma moves underground. Scientists combine many signals rather than relying on one clue. Local authorities prepare evacuation routes and emergency plans. Residents can make a small emergency kit with water, food, a flashlight, medicine, and important documents. The phrase "better safe than sorry" means it is wiser to prepare for a problem that may not happen than to be unprepared when it does.
Let's recap today's vocabulary. Magma is melted rock underground, and lava is the same material after it reaches the surface. Tectonic activity describes movement in Earth's crust. A dormant volcano is quiet but may erupt again, while an extinct one is not expected to erupt. Viscosity tells us how easily a liquid flows. We also learned barren, lush, rugged, caldera, interval, alert, and evacuation order.
And the big idea is that volcanoes are not only destroyers. They are creators. They build islands and mountains, provide minerals for fertile soil, heat underground water, and help scientists understand how ecosystems begin. If you practice English with this topic, try describing one volcanic landscape using cause, process, and result. Say what formed it, how it changed, and what people can see there today.
You could also choose a volcano near your country and make 3 sentences about it. Use one new vocabulary word in each sentence. Then tell a friend, because of volcanic activity, this landscape developed over time. Explaining a subject aloud is a great way to improve both pronunciation and confidence.
Thank you for learning with us on the English Daily Podcast. We hope this conversation helped you see volcanoes in a new way and gave you useful words for talking about science, travel, and nature. Remember, magma becomes lava at the surface, eruptions can build as well as destroy, and preparation matters in volcanic regions.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the English Daily Podcast, leave a review, and share it with another English learner. Come back next time for another interesting topic, another friendly conversation, and more practical English. Until then, keep listening, keep learning, and stay curious.